Alrighty everybody, welcome back. You had to miss me for a few days because I was a little bit sick in the weekend on Monday. I'm still a little bit sick, maybe you can hear it in my voice. I'm hot and cold and I have no idea what the hell's going on. So, but yeah, I feel now a little bit better, so I quickly wanted to make a new video for you guys. This was why you had to miss me on Twitter and Instagram. So if you like these kinds of updates, although I don't feel very well, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all. You will help me out tremendously. And without further ado, let's dive into the charts to see what kind of interesting stuff we are seeing here for Bitcoin and USD. We had this big falling wedge. It's a little bit messy because of all the support and resistance lines. Let me quickly take out the ribbons. You can see we had a breakout here, and now we're just going higher and higher and higher. We just got a resistance. So let's take the ribbons out. That looks pretty good because now we're also in and above the on the daily time frame on the ribbons. That is pretty bullish. So far so good. As you know, I have talked about the double top resistance of the ribbon, which means that the one is connecting the bodies and the other one is connecting the candles, and that was actually a perfect trading setup or a perfect strategy to know when to go long or not. And I said I will be bullish and I will go long once we are breaking here through the upper line of the resistance, which then will flip into support. We did that so far. Then I got sick and I haven't looked at my phone and charts or anything, so when I was starting to look at it again, I was like, oh, I'm pretty surprised how far we already got up. And I actually also said that we are having a few important levels. That's a 40k, 42k, 44k, and went all the way up to here 45,600. So actually perfectly in line with all the support and resistance levels that I draw before. You could see that here, then it doesn't go through, then it does go through, has a bit of a retest, and it goes here, then it gets a rejection here, and now we're going down. So what can we expect? Well, we had quite the run up since measured off the breakthrough. So we're talking about a 22%. But if we look at the absolute the bottom, then of course it was much higher. It was approximately 40%. So far so good. Now if we are looking back, if we're looking at retracements, we can take the Fibonacci tool to find out how far we can retrace. Now if I take this from this the high to the low, then we're seeing that we are kind of now just bounced off or retesting that 23.6. Usually if we are really getting a textbook pullback, then we are testing the 0.5 and even better the 61.8. That would be still quite a pullback from now, but I would not panicking at all. Matter of fact, actually, if you're talking about a breakout of these kinds of patterns, then you would have a breakout, a retest of the resistance with them flips in support, and then we're going higher. We didn't have that yet. That's not a problem at all. Of course, we don't always need to have that retest, but if we would go back to the 61.8, it would almost confluence with that retest of that support, so that would be kind of in line. To be honest, I don't know if we will make it that far, because here is some support, as you can see, because this is exactly also where we couldn't get through. NFLs, then 0.5 will be first. So let's see how that will work out. You could also see that, especially on a 4-hourly, we were overbought quite some time. And I've said this already so many times, just the fact that we're overbought doesn't mean we're going down. And you can also see it right here. I mean, if I measure this in time, this is kind of the moment where we were overbought. And then we were overbought for 3 days in a row before we really going down to kind of the neutral area right here. So don't let this fool you. Yeah, so let's see how this plays out. I might put in a long on this level, or maybe in this level if we are going to reach it. I just really don't hope that this is a big bear trap, and then boom, we're crashing down to that 30 levels. I know that I said that I expect us to retest the 30k levels before we are going higher. So far that didn't happen, so I have to be completely transparent here. That was these kinds of levels. Before I said we are going higher, again, that didn't happen so far. So let's hope actually that I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, that will be great, because then we might go down here a little bit, zigzag, and then we going higher. So that would be awesome. Let's quickly zoom in on the hourly. Do we see anything special right there? No, not really. I think we were just running up quite fast in a quite short period of time. Really such a bummer that I was sick in those days, because I saw a few pop-ups coming by, and I was just laying in bed taking medicines and soup and tea and I don't know what. And I thought, oh my god, we've been waiting for this breakup for so long, and exactly at that moment I'm getting sick. But nah, yeah, anyways, it is what it is. Okay, let's quickly head over to ETH. Same kind of story. So we also here on the daily ribbon, you can see that we tested the top here on the daily, didn't break through. Now we're getting a little bit of a retest. ETH had a tremendous run when it comes down to the percentages. Oh, look at this beautiful bounce right now here on a 4 hourly on that ribbon that's showing. So that looks good. Actually, to be honest, I think we're going a little bit lower here to retest some levels. Maybe this 2960, and if else this 2780 or 2800. Let's take out the ribbon, because they always make the chart a little bit messy, and let's do here exactly the same for when it comes down to the retracement. Then we did not even test yet the 23.6. If you would connect the bodies, then it will be a little bit different. Then the 23.6. Look at this perfect confluence. It's sometimes crazy how much confluence there is in crypto, really. Perfect confluence here with the 2960. But then the 61.8 actually would also be very nice. You know what, if you draw the fib, I think I'll take the bodies then. That looks very nice. Then you have the 61.8, which is in confluence here and here and here. So that looks very good. That will be then among the 2600 level. I just said they had a quite a big run up. I mean, if you're looking at percentage wise, this was way more than 40%, 50% on ETH. Man, if you caught the bottom, I mean, I would have definitely not done it, because it really looked like a falling knife here. You would have almost be up at 50%. So well done if you took that trade. Congratulations. So yeah, I would say let this thing cool off. If you're looking for a ETH trade, then I would say let's see if it can hold this level, this 23.6, which is in confluence with 2960. If that happens, then you can put in a long here with a tight stop loss here. If we break through, to be honest, I think we will, then here the 38.2 will be the next level, this 2890. You see this is a bit of a cluster, it's a bit messy here, but yeah, I think that will be then the next levels to look out for. Don't jump in just on one green candle or a 4 hourly candle that you can see, because as you can see here, it's a lot of candles before we decide to move higher. And here's the same. You could say, hey, this was the first retest, but there's another lot of 4 candles. So don't rush in. You'll have more time than you think, really. So just let this play out if you have missed it. And here the hourly kind of looks the same for BTC, right? So yeah, I would just say don't jump into any trades right now. If you think we are going much lower, you could even entertain a short position. To then test until play it until this level, or else this level, or this or this. But so far, yeah, because we're quite bullish, I think we can also turn around quite fast. Here, by the way, the same for the 4 hourly, so that we are also overbought for quite some time. On the bigger time frames, man, we have room to go. So there is still a lot of fuel that we can use before we are reaching these levels, before the MACD is getting overbought or in very high territory. Same for the RSI. So don't worry on the long time frame, we have a lot of room to go. I just think that it might take a lot of time before we do, and I would not be surprised if there will be a very wicky way up, like up and down, and we think, oh, there was a bear trap, we're going lower. No, fooled you, and then we're suddenly going higher again. So before we are kind of out of this tricky range, which is this one, I will be very careful with all my stop losses and be very tight. Once we go higher, that 3800 level, there's thin air above us, and then you can go really full throttle. And the same also then goes for Bitcoin. We are still in this very like busy area when it comes down to support and resistance. There will a lot of people will still taking their loss. If they bought in here, the price goes down, and they're like, you know, I just wait, the price goes up a little bit, and think like, you know what, I'm just selling it now, it's fine, I'll take my loss. But also some wheels that were accumulating here will start selling here again. To take the profit and to kind of look like a bear trap, and then we might go higher. So there are really multiple scenarios. I don't try to make this too vague or too complicated, but I just think that before also we here reaching this high level, this 50, actually, you know, I almost want to say 52, but let's do 56, 57. This I think is thin air. Above here, under here, and especially where we are right now, this can be very, very wicky, so be careful. Okay guys, that will be it for today. As you can hear and see, I still don't feel super well, so if you like these updates, even though I'm a little bit sick, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, you will help me out tremendously. See you guys in the next one, bye bye.